What's up, guys? Pyrostasis here, and I'm sorry. I really had hoped to get quite a few more videos up today, but it's looking like I'm going to be lucky if I get one up. Just a lot of things kind of got dropped on me in the last minute. Had some stuff to do with the website I had to mess with, and I've been working with the graphics guys to try and get the graphics updated, and that took some time. And had to run a couple errands in actual real life. I know I had to leave the secret underground bunker here in Texas. So all of that combined, and here it is. I think it's like what? It's about 5 o'clock Central, and I still have to make one more outdoor errand before the stream starts in a couple hours. So probably just going to end up getting this video up till after the stream, and knowing my luck, it probably won't get done processing until after the stream's started. So I do apologize for that, but I will make it up to you guys tomorrow with some more content. Where the hell did he go? Oh, he fizzed. That makes sense, I guess. Anyways, I'd also planned on getting the stream recorded on YouTube last night, and I actually had like an hour and a half recorded, and then Skyrim crashed on a reload when we were zoning out of one of the buildings. And whenever Skyrim crashes when you're recording, the video file for Bandicam doesn't complete, and so you're left with a 30-40 gig file that can't be completely viewed. You can't load it into an editor. YouTube won't recognize it. I can watch it on my hard drive, but it acts kind of loopy. So unfortunately, that didn't make it. However, all of the footage is available on Twitch TV. That's twitch.tv/pyrostasis. So if you want to catch up on the footage for the Mage, and like I said, there's about 3 hours of footage there, if not a little bit more. You can catch that there. I'll have the links for both of the videos in the description below, and you'll want to watch them in sequential order. And I think the first one's like an hour and a half, second one's like 2.5 hours, or maybe 3 hours, something along those lines. For those who don't want to get it, I'll bring you up to speed on basically what we did. We did complete the Baronzaya questline, so Baronzaya has been finished. We do have the perk. The guys watching the stream last night wanted me to get married, so we tried to do the marriage quest, but they didn't like the women that were interested in me. So I think we all, after a couple hours of arguing and trying to marry random women we met on the street, which I don't know if any of your mothers ever told you is probably a bad idea. We've decided that we're going to marry Aela the Huntress, and to marry her, you have to finish the quest line for the companions. So we did a couple of those quest lines. I think we're 2 or 3 away from finishing that. Good God, that's a lot of arrows. So that's more or less where we are now. We did a few quests to wipe out the Silver Hand, and we're currently doing a quest for Codlac. Now, Codlac, for those of you who don't know, is the leader of the companions, so to speak, even though they claim not to have leaders, and I'm not even going to get into that bullshit right now. But they're all werewolves, and he doesn't want to be a werewolf when he dies because he wants to go to the Nord heaven as opposed to the werewolf heaven, and blah blah blah. So you're out here basically to cure his werewolfism or whatever. Now, apparently during this quest, I can also cure my werewolfism, or whatever you want to, werewolfness, whatever you want to call it. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. No. Don't kill Pyro. Alright, Pyro needs to figure out what hotkey his damn ward's on. Ward is on number 4. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and set that up. Something tells me that ward isn't going to do me much good, though. But we shall see. Turn that ward. Whoops. Really hate the whole left click, right click system. Alright. That's not the one I'm looking for. Damn it! There we go. No, still not what I'm looking for. How many pyros does it take to set up his fucking spell bar correctly? None. Pyro can't do it. Alright, this is a mean bitch. Holy hell. I had no idea they were going to be that nasty. Alright, I'm thinking maybe she's not really all that weak to fire. So we'll try one of our other spells. Which of course isn't going to be located in there. Now these witches here are... Let's try... Yeah, we'll try Frostbite. No. Ice Spike. Yes. These witches here are the ones that more or less caused the they more or less cursed the companions. Now, when the companions were getting all of this set up, they did not believe they were being cursed. They were more or less told that by doing this favor for these guys, that they were going to be turned into more powerful versions of themselves. Well, obviously witches are evil and liars, and so they didn't end up quite with what they were asking for. So some of the people like being werewolves, some of them don't, and that more or less is the crux of the entire storyline for the companions. Here, witchy, witchy, witchy. Oh yeah, that seems to be working significantly better. Not only that, but it freezes the little... I like how she has little spears sticking out of her. Ow. As I walk into that one. I don't have enough magicka to do that. Oh shit. Go ahead and heal up a bit, get some distance. Where's my highborn ability? Highborn. Highborn. Yes, it actually must be said like that. It is one of the rules of being a highborn. There she goes. Now, apparently from this, I only have to kill one of these and get their head. If I kill multiple ones, then I can more or less cure multiple werewolves. The problem I have with being a werewolf, and the guys in the stream are probably going to be screaming at me, so I will go ahead and make a save here, special for the streaming guys. New save. There we go. I hate being a werewolf. It is one of the worst abilities in the game, in my opinion. Why? Because you can't do anything while you're a werewolf. You can't loot, you can't interact with anything. You can just be a damn werewolf, and you know that's all cool and everything, and it's badass. You're a big bad werewolf, but you know, healing potions and such, it kind of sucks that you can't, you know, use them. You know, being able to open chests, pick locks, interact with stuff along those lines, it just sucks. So if you take a lot of damage, the only way for you to recuperate that damage is basically to kill a target and then eat a target. Well, if you know, I was able to kill targets when I first needed to kill them, I really wouldn't need healing potions to begin with. So I am going to most likely cure my little werewolf disease if it is up to me. We'll see what the guys on the stream have to say about it. Oh shit. Come on, magic. That spell hurts. I totally want that spell. As I walk into that spell. Oh god, don't kill me. Don't kill Pyro. Get my health back up. Yeah, I need to get that spell. That spell will give me a little bit more AoE damage, because as you can tell, even if you dodge that spell, it's still going to rock your world. So I'm going to go ahead and charge up a little bit. She's still a ways off, so that'll be okay. Ow. Alright, I need to let her move a little bit forward so I have something to... Can't really fight her in that cave because the fireball, even if it misses me, still hits me. And that leads to some rather nasty back damage. Boom. Fire one at you. There we go. Don't always have to double cast. That's also one of my main issues with the wards. With the wards, you have to basically keep them up steady, because otherwise it's just going to... What the fuck is that? There's something in the water. Okay, I guess it's just a reflection. Looked like there was something in the water. course, you know, being the genius that I am, seeing something in the water, I was like, let's go jump in! Nothing wrong can ever happen with that! Alrighty, getting some potions. Nothing I really want there. And more gems! Gems, 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 gems. Oh, I love that perk, man. Whoa, I must have forgotten to sell. Yep. Let's see. Nope, those have absolutely... Hunting bow, don't need you. Iron daggers are pretty much worthless. There we go, we're good. Forgot to go and sell after we did our last quest. But we're going to go ahead and wipe out. Either that or these heads are just massively heavy. I'm pretty sure the big old bag of heads I have isn't what's weighing me down, but we shall see. Anyways, I think I was ranting about wards. The wards, the problem with it is a lot of, at least as a mage in my opinion, your damage comes from the destruction line. And specifically from dual casting the destruction line. Well, if you... Oh, hi, Skeever. If you can't double cast, you're giving up a lot of damage, obviously. Well, that makes the monster obviously harder to kill. Well, if the monster's harder to kill, you're going to be taking more damage, while she's doing more damage to you. And so, when you ward, all you're basically doing is more or less prolonging the fight. Sure, it might let you survive longer, but odds are, if you're having problems killing the mage, you know, buying yourself, 5-6 seconds more isn't really going to do you much good. So it's a great way to nullify damage, but it doesn't really... It's kind of like the Ethereal Shout for the Dragonborn has. Another, in my opinion, worthless shout, because all it basically allows you to do is set up a draw. Because you can't do any damage while you're in the Ethereal Shout. And you can't do damage, they can't do damage to you, and so you both basically just sit there staring at each other. So, I'm thinking I'm probably not going to spec too much further in alteration or restoration. I had originally planned to max out wards and such. That was before I really knew the drawbacks to them. Oh, she moved. Damn, that thing hits hard, even if it misses me. I have got to get that spell. However, that being said, I think the Mage armor line in Alteration is absolutely badass, because it works like I thought wards worked, or wards should work, and it's very similar to the way Spellbreaker works, in the instance that... Damn it! In the instance that it's more like a buff. You pop the buff up, and the buff gives you armor for the duration of the spell, which works out a hell of a lot better than something that you have to maintain. Because anytime you're maintaining, you know, you're not doing damage like you should be, they're doing damage, and you basically are just at a standstill. Come on, die, you dirty witch. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get her head. They're not too heavy. It looks like apparently there may be another one down here. There should at least be another chest for me to open. Alrighty, what do we have? Tragedy in black, so enchanting increase. A poor goat. Search the goat. What? Who hides gold in a goat? Now that is a good hiding spot. I will say that. Most of the time, you know, the people that hide shit, I think they're retarded, because it's like, why the hell would you, you know, get a big-ass chest for 16 gold? Well, hiding your gold in a goat, nobody's gonna, you know, hey goat, I'm gonna have to stick my hand inside of you and figure out what you're hiding, buddy. No, at least not normal, sane people. Alrighty, I think we need to go down here now. Hopefully we can get the drop on this one and do some... Oh, hi, sweetie. Where's that fireball? You know it's coming. Or maybe not. If she doesn't want to shoot at me, I ain't gonna complain. There's that loving fireball. Come on, one more good hit. There we go. Ow. So, anyways, wiping out these witches, I don't know if that cures all of the companions or how they go about doing that, but I do know it's at least going to kill or cure Codlac, because apparently he's near, I wouldn't say near death, but he's, how is she standing up? That's, and where's her head? Did I decapitate her with a spell? Because that's, oh no, I took her head. I hear, whole point here is to take their heads. Alright, creepy. And looks like we got one more witch, and then we will be done. And these hag ravens are apparently servants of Hircine. So for those of you who've watched my channel on the orc, Hircine's the guy who sends you after the werewolf. Some kind of disagreement between them, and you get a ring that allows you to more or less control your werewolf transformations. And I believe all that does is basically allow you to cancel the werewolf transformation at any time you want, which is pretty much the big drawback. Because once you turn into the werewolf, you can't turn out of the werewolf. You're basically stuck. Alright, since Stephanimos isn't here, I will go ahead and check the waterfall in his honor. For those of you who watch the stream, Steph, or don't watch the stream, Steph always asks me to check the waterfalls, and it got me killed one time, so that's his little one-liner, is check the waterfalls, and it gets me killed. But anyways, Hircine is the god of the hunt, and that's more or less what Codlac's wanting to avoid, is if you stay a werewolf, then when you die, you go to the great hunting grounds, and apparently hunt for the rest of eternity. Whereas if you are a normal Nord, then you go to Sovngrad, and from Sovngrad you do whatever goes on in Sovngrad, which I assume has to do with big-breasted Nord women, but I could be wrong about that, so don't hold me to it. That's at least what I think Sovngrad is. Of course, this tune is a high elf, so I probably go to some horrible elvish torture chamber when I die, which is where all elves should be sent to upon death. I will make that sacrifice and send myself there when this character is retired. Speaking of retiring characters, I am strongly thinking of retiring my archer because it was my first tune and I kind of screwed him up. So thinking about making a new character that would be focusing more on dual wield weapons. Or possibly...
Where have you been?
Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Notice all of the guys are laid out.
I hope it was important, because it means you weren't here to defend him.
Uh-oh.
The Silver Hand. They finally found enough courage to attack Jorvaskr. We fought them off, but the old man, Codlac, he's dead.
Uh-oh.
No, but they made off with all our fragments of Wuthrad. But you and I are going to reclaim them.
Sounds good,
We
Vilkas.
will bring the battle to their chief camp. There will be none left living to tell their stories. Only songs of Jorvaskr will be sung. We will avenge Codlac, and they will know terror before the end.
Alrighty, so basically Silver Hand are a bunch of... I think they're vampires, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So they carry silver weapons, which is obviously, if you're into, you know, werewolf and vampire lore. Silver hurt... What the fuck?
Make them bleed.
Okay.
Make them bleed.
Alright, I'll do that. Silver weapons hurt werewolves, obviously. So Silver Hand, you know, is obviously a pun for the werewolves. So I'm not sure why they're after them, etc., etc. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here so that I had somebody had mentioned that my videos were getting a little bit long. So I'm going to go ahead and break this into a two-parter. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the second part now, and I'll get them both uploaded here, hopefully before the stream. So if you like this video, click that like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my other videos, tips, tricks, and guides, and I'll catch you guys in part 2.